Hey everyone, I am at the Waycross Airport about to go in and give you guys an exclusive look on what is in there and also get to know a couple of the staff members. I am so excited. I'm hoping that I can also get access to some of the barracks that were here in the 40s and some of the other military buildings. I don't know if they're still around. I have heard rumors that several are. But let's see if we can get more information. So I'm so excited to partner with the Waycross-Ware County Airport so that you can get an exclusive look as to what is inside. Welcome to the inside of the airport. It is absolutely beautiful, a time capsule from the 50s with model planes on the ceilings and an aerial map of the airport with 3 runways that it has and some very unique aviation equipment. Here is a small section dedicated to the Waycross Airfield Base that was originally here and what really started the airport. And this is a World War II surrender document from Japan, and it is so beautiful and so interesting. This is absolutely one of my favorite parts. I did not know that this is the only phone booth left in Ware County. And this is my reaction to actually hearing it work. I was bamboozled. I did not know that it worked. And doesn't that sound so beautiful? So this is me trying to figure out, like, I know how to use a rotary phone, but for some reason the number I was calling didn't go through and it made me really sad. But I did try and it was super fun to use it regardless. The airport has these really unique cases which are dedicated to local things that we have in our area, and one of those being Obadiah's Okefenok. And though it's not a thing anymore, it is still really unique to see some of the artifacts from that and some of the history from that. And this was a really cool map that I thought was super interesting. Welcome to the outside of the airport. So right in front of us is the runway. That's one of the runways. There's 3. And this is a section where you can sit and enjoy the breeze. It is absolutely peaceful and beautiful. It's rare to find a place like that in Waycross, and it's amazing. I really felt content, and it was so nice seeing some of the planes take off and land. There are about 15 incoming flights a day. It's actually really noticeable that this building was made in the 50s because of the way that the beams are and the triangles. Little things like that. This machine absolutely blew my mind. I had no idea that it was here, and I didn't even know that it worked. And to think that you can get a Coke for $1 is so amazing. And this is my authentic reaction. That's so cool. So this is the powder room that leads to the bathroom. That couch behind me is original to the 1950s from when the airport actually opened. And the stalls are pink in the girls' bathroom and blue in the boys' bathroom, which my brother told me. I took a picture of, which you'll see in a second. But this is absolutely gorgeous. The light bulbs, the speakers, everything. Oh my gosh. The whole light bulbs and the windows. This is so cool. This is a part 1 to the series. He mentioned that his boss will be here on Monday, which is the person that knows all the historical information. So we'll be posting an update and a part 2 with more historical content. But I wanted to give you guys kind of like a look into the airport and see what it's about and what they have. They have a lot of historical information for you to read and a lot of information on the old airfield base. Excuse me, the Coca-Cola that was here in the 30s and 40s for World War II. And it's super interesting, and I got to see potentially a bunker from that time period. And yeah, I enjoyed my little Coke. It's so little. Look how cute. And he told me that people just come and sit down outside and relax and enjoy the nice environment, the peaceful environment of the airport. So if you're bored or want to check out the airport or want to sit down for a meal for lunch and enjoy outside, you definitely can do that. Yeah, they have no problem with hosting people, and he calls it airport bums. So if you want to be an airport bum, go on ahead. I think a lot of people in Waycross forget that it's a privilege to have an airport in our city. And then not only that, an airport with such historical significance. It is a time capsule from the 50s. And it's so beautiful. Architecturally, it's so beautiful with very unique things tied to the 50s, including their pink stalled bathrooms. What a privilege it is to be able to go in there. First of all, you can go in there anytime. So to go in there and experience a time capsule and just talk to some people, no phones, just sit, enjoy the breeze. It is such a privilege. And coming from Philadelphia, I don't get access like that. You can't just go to the airport and sit and hang out and get a freaking Coke from a machine from the 50s, a machine that was there when the building was built. That is 74 years old. And I was able to use a 74-year-old Coke machine to get a Coke for $1. First of all, you can't even get a Coke for $1 anywhere anymore. You know what I mean? So this is such a privilege to be able to have access to a gem, and just get to know people and get to know the history of the town. And that means that I could go get lunch right now, come back and sit on a beautiful bench and rocking chairs and just enjoy the breeze. And then not only that, I can watch the planes fly in. That's the coolest thing ever. I love living here. I genuinely do love living here. And I hope that you guys learn to appreciate it too. Here's some images from the Digital Library of Georgia, which show some of the buildings and facilities that the Waycross Army Base had, as well as some really unique images. The rest of the video will be dedicated to the time I spent at the Waycross-Ware County Airport on Monday, where Frank showed me around and showed me a lot of the buildings from the 1940s and 1950s, as well as other hangars and very unique information that most people don't get to see. Enjoy!
Yeah, so this would have been used by the military. This was here for them. Large span, that other door would open. So back behind there's woods, but there's taxiways back there also, which lead out to the main road you drove in on.
Right.
It's just covered up by woods and all. Now we have a company that these planes are all privately owned aircraft, but they don't fly them. They pay people to fly them for them. So they'll be like, you bought a plane, fly me where I want to go.
And what's that little platform for?
You know, we don't know. And there's taxiways back there. That's soil cement. So soil cement is kind of like what we're driving on. Right here where the grass isn't growing.
Yeah.
All that is concrete. It's that soil cement. It's just poured right into the earth. Huh. There was like no forms, if you will. Not like how they do this. It wasn't laid down the machine. They'd form it off in such big grid squares, and they'd pour it. But this whole thing is concrete. It just doesn't look like it was the grass. But you'll see in areas where it's like splotchy with the grass. The grass grows to the cracks. Yeah, that's all soil cement.
And like, what's down there? Those are just houses and stuff?
That's over off Cherokee. So it's private residences. And then the school is to the left. You got a plane coming in from lane over there. We're driving on, the plane would have turned off the taxiway, would have taxied down this extension, and then where it looks like a circle, it is. That's a circular pad. It would have come in and spun around, and then there would have been a hangar that was over this and covered. Wow. So all these had additional covers on them. But this is that soil cement I was telling you about that's everywhere.
This is another one of the hangars from the 40s.
Track system, like that piece of I-beam, they used to run the entire length of the building. You cut out sections of it to make it bigger, but it would go through both of these doors, so you just drive the vehicles through. It was, they could do the maintenance in here. All those windows that are boarded up now used to have glass in them, so you had that natural light, and just over time they break. So we just put, or the county put a metal over them. And that side door there was cut in. That was not a main part of the building. It was the pedestrian doors and then those two. Now, many years ago, before forestry had the bigger hangar, they would operate two, their old military UH-1 helicopters for firefighting, and they were stored in here. So before this stuff was in here on the other side of this fence, that's why the door is cut kind of weird. It was designed to get their helicopter in with the blade. And then they had a trolley system they designed that would just roll, because those helicopters are on skids, so it would just roll it in there.
Oh.
But this is just one of those things where we kind of converted the storage. We don't really know what to do with this yet. We're gonna try to fix this up as a visual aid.
Yeah.
And then this stuff is old firefighting equipment from back in the day, and it's cool. But this is actually one of the old pumps that was here when they kind of first took it over. But really getting something in here, clean it up, wouldn't take much,
Yeah.
I mean, if you did, I don't know, put electricity, maybe get some AC or something, clean it up, you could.
Do you want me to come over there closer?
These are two mobile gasoline pumps, and then this is where they store the gasoline. And then here is another watchtower. But the helicopter you just saw is one of the helicopters for emergency air evac.
Ability to get stuff in. But what's cool about this is one of the original beacons. Still rotates. Glass, cast aluminum. So this used to be on that tower out there until it was just too much to maintain cost-wise, because the bulb is very expensive and very hard to find. But we saved this. So this is eventually going to go in my dream of making that FBO like a museum. And an interesting thing on this glass, this is, if you ever hear the word Fresnel or Fresnel is how you say it in French, this is what lighthouse
It's
glass.
Pyrex! You just blew my mind.
But this is what lighthouse glass, this is the design. So Fresnel figured out a way to shape glass to bend light and make it go farther with less wattage. This is how all lighthouse glass is this Fresnel, but it's thicker and it's able to go out like, they say when this thing used to work, you could see this up to 10 miles away.
I bet.
Yep.
That's so cool.
So when you're seeing the light at night, sometimes all you'll see is white. Or you'll see a double white and a green, or a double green and a white, whatever. That's different indications of what's available. I forget what the light signaling is, but
that's so cool.
that's what that big old bulb in there looks like.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Wow. We found that in that area over there too.
This is actually an original trash can from when the airport was originally built in the 50s.
Powder room that leads into it.
I know!
Trying to get a move. So, unfortunately, it's not like towing a car away. You gotta go through hoops. So.
Could you use it for the museum?
No. I mean, the only thing that'd be cool is if you put like a restaurant out here and have that thing like make it look like it crashed in there.
Oh, that would be so cool.
So something else for you. If you know anybody that's looking to start a restaurant business or something small, food, I would love to see if we could get something out here again for something.
It is a memorial for the World War II soldiers that were actually here in Waycross and that fought in the war. It is worth checking out. It is right outside of the airport and it is beautiful. Dedicated November 17, 2001. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. We have 2 podcast episodes dedicated to the Waycross-Ware County Airport, one being an interview with the manager Frank, and the other one being the history of the Waycross Airfield Base and the commercial lines that were in Waycross. The Waycross-Ware County Airport is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go get a free bag of popcorn, some water, or a Coca-Cola, and enjoy your time watching some airplanes. Have a good one. Bye!